These things have spent 10 days drying in the air, and last night I put them at 200 degrees in an oven overnight. I used a sponge to sort of smooth them up. There you go. So now it's time to get these things fired. So I'm going to fire these today, and then tomorrow I'm going to try a little melt. Just a little melt for fun. I'm just going to melt some aluminum. I'm not trying to do anything fancy here. One of these things actually did not make it, cracked during the air drying phase, but the rest of them look good. So once I've tried a fun melt with just some aluminum tomorrow, I'll probably flip it around and do an ugly melt. I'll go for copper again, probably not using these though, but at least I'll have my pouring cups that I can pour my copper into. I don't want to try firing again in the big can. I think that was a mistake. I'm going to try wood firing. Been watching a lot of video on YouTube about wood firing. It doesn't look like it's that big a deal. So just in order to keep the grass from getting all ruined, I'm just going to use this thing to try wood fire in these crucibles. Let me get this set up and we'll go out and light her up and see what happens. It's remarkable what you can get for almost nothing as long as you're willing to overlook incredibly shoddy construction. Of course, what with the bathroom videos, that question's already been answered. I have no idea how long to do this for, so I figure I'll put them in here, light them up, and then let it go for, I don't know, a couple hours. Got a lot of wood. You guys already knew that. So I'm putting 2 crucibles and 11 casting cups in here. We'll see how many come out of the flames. How many of them survive the conflagration? The great immolation, if you will. I finally got it burning. It's burning pretty well. I have a flaw in my plan. The fire is burning great, but it's not burning with the crucibles. It's burning above the crucibles. So my only real alternative here is to wait for this fire to start dropping hot stuff on the crucibles and hope that it sufficiently heats them to bring them to a bake. We'll see what happens. This stuff was really slow to take off for a while there. I was thinking, well, it's a building material. Maybe it's got a fire suppressant in it, which is why it won't burn, but it sure is burning now. And it's funny because I'm kind of conflicted. I'm not sure which scenario I'm happier about, the slow to burn or the fast to burn. I've been feeding this fire for maybe a little over an hour. Actually, I'd say I've been overfeeding it. I've been really piling on the wood. I think I've probably put at least 30 pounds of wood on there. So I've got a nice bed of coals that's formed underneath there that has surrounded almost all of the crucibles and buried many of them. They're not all completely surrounded, unfortunately, but the best I think I can do at this point. There's at least a couple hours worth of burn time here before this thing cools off, so I'm going to let it go and then we'll come back and see what we got. All 11 casting cups came out of the fire and both crucibles came out of the fire. Something about this clay that makes it turn white. Don't know why it does that. It's nice and solid. I just think I probably got the wrong clay mix. You know, this crucible right here, Obviously got a lot more of this in it, which is silicon carbide. I mean, it's sparkly like that. And my crucibles are not sparkly, so I'm not sure I've got the right mix. But we'll go ahead and try them out and see what happens anyway. Time to try a little melting. I'm going to use these. First time I've ever tried this with my own crucibles. Not a complicated melt. I'm just going to do just a little bit of aluminum just to see what happens. I'm not looking to be a hero here. I just want to see if my creations will survive. All right, time to load them up. All right, let that cook for a bit. Yep, they melted. Now, it's not that I don't fear the molten aluminum. I do, but of course I've never gowned up like this for aluminum before. But I do fear my crucibles, because if they break, they're going to pour molten metal all over me, and I'm not into that, even if it's, quote, just aluminum, unquote. Let's see what happens. All right, let's see what happens. It didn't come apart, but it did crack. So did that one. So I don't have it down yet. You've seen this trick before. I'm not trying to capture the gas this time. I'm just going to burn it off. I just need the charcoal, because it's a particular type of charcoal, and I want that particular type of charcoal. Well, and there she blows. Got a nice gasification going on there. I think I'm going to wait until those flames turn from yellow to blue, and then I'll just let it run out. I think I'm going to take one of the air out because I'm afraid I'm going to melt my retorts. Really, it took about 10 minutes. They're still burning, but it's the much weaker flame that probably indicates that wood has been mostly converted to charcoal. I'm going to wait till the flame turns blue, and then I'm going to pull those things out, and we'll be done with this particular heat session. Fire's out, so time to end this particular session before I melt them. Ooh, that's hot. Oh, check that out. That's cool. That's a lot of heat. I do have to say that I am consistently surprised by the power of the big can. You saw what it did to these things. It turned them essentially red hot, and it didn't take long to do it. Let's see what we got in here. I need this charcoal for a special project. Let's see what I got. Yeah, charcoal isn't just charcoal. This particular charcoal is apparently somewhat special. Oh, how cute. Oh, it's very friable. Definitely charcoal. Let's see what the other one's got in it. I'm going to guess it's charcoal. Yeah, look at that. So we're going to put this aside and save it for a future experience. So that was fun. Well, it was fun for me. There we are. That's what's left. It's broken. Yep. Yep. So it was a good try. I'm guessing I got the wrong formula for this stuff. I got this off of another gentleman on the internet, but it just doesn't look like all the other crucible clay. So I'm going to look around and maybe try again. Honestly, it's been kind of fun. I don't really know if I'm ever going to be able to produce a crucible that I truly trust, so maybe I just don't try. Let's leave that for the future. I got a couple of biscuits. It worked. I managed to produce molten aluminum. I would never, ever, ever try melting copper in these. I'm just too much of a wiener. So I think that's probably it for this particular evolution. Please feel free to come back and see me again. Like and subscribe anytime you want, or don't if you don't want, that's fine too. Tell your friends, or don't tell your friends, that's also fine. Thanks very much. I'll get back to the bathroom soon. I'll be out of town for a couple of days, so probably going to miss a video posting or two, but I'll be back. Thank you very much, and have a great day.